Here's a look at a recap of your markets on this Monday, the 24th day of February. The sun came out, the buyers came out, and everyone was eager to get back to business. Those buyers very aggressive following a couple weeks of not getting much cattle bought. Joplin Regional Stockyards today, they ended up with more than was expected. China livestock market looks like they're going to end up with more than they expected. They're saying 1,300 head now. Callaway Livestock Center, they're expecting to have about 12 to 1,300 as well. They're at Joplin. They're already done for the day. Ended up with 5,403 head compared to the much lighter weather-affected market from last week. Steers and heifers sold $8 to $25 higher. Had an extreme there today, a very small package of just barely over 300-pound steers. Again, a tiny package, but they brought $5.30 a pound. Taking a look at the way all the cattle sold there at Joplin, the 4 to 5 weight steers today, $380 to $462. 5 to 6 weights at $322 to $385. 6 to 7 weights at $258 to $347. 7 to 8 weight steers at $261.5 to $299.85. 8 to 9 weights, $257.5 to $274. 900 to 1,000 pound steers at $240 to $258.50. Feeder heifers, the 4 to 5 weights, $340 to $397. 5 to 6 weights, $280 to $326. 6 to 7 weights at $254 to $302. 7 to 750 pound heifers, $245 to $265. Box beef cutout values, they closed higher for the day. Choice up $2.96 at $313.73. Select up $1.41 at $303.97. Volume quite light, 85 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. Choice Select spread at $9.76. As one would expect, no sales reported as far as the feedlot trade goes so far this week. Last week, 48,723 head of confirmed negotiated sales. Live sales were down $3.45 with a weighted average price of $199.63. Dress sales were down $5.34 at $315.41. Taking a look at the closing futures markets, live cattle for February, $198.90 up $107. April, $195.10 up $115. June at $191.40 up $107. Feeder cattle had a very good rally today following that cattle and feed report from last Friday. March was up $4.35, $272.30. April up $4.47, $272.02. And May at $270.35, up $4.42. Lean hogs for April, $87.40 down $27. May at $91.50 down $45. June at $99.92 down $70. Things not as positive today in the grain markets. A lot of volatility ahead of the first look at possible acreage planted for this year. Starting to talk about that this week. USDA holding their Ag Outlook Forum. Early indications are expecting some huge acreage planting intentions for corn acres this year, and that drug the markets down today. Other commodities on the grain side, they weren't able to hold and followed corn lower as well. Soybeans down 11. Wheat at the elevators in Missouri down 11. Corn 7 to 10 lower. Corn bids in St. Louis, $4.84 to $4.90. Kansas City, $4.42 to $4.72. Soybean bids in St. Louis, $10.26 to $10.30. Kansas City, $9.79 to $10.09. Wheat bids, St. Louis, $5.74 to $5.99, and Kansas City, $5.59. On the board of trade, corn for March down 8 3/4, $4.82.5. May at $4.97 down 8. July, $5.02 down 7.5. Soybeans for March, $10.29 down 10.5. May, $10.47.5 down 9 3/4. July down 9 3/4 at $10.63 1/4. Wheat for March, $5.79 down 11. May, $5.93.5 down 10.5. July at $6.08 down 9 1/4. Soybean meal for March down $3 a ton, $291.80. Soybean oil for March down $1.11 a hundredweight at $45.70. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, That's your market recap for Monday. This is Tony Hancock.